Hey guys, how is it going? Furo here. Today I want to present to you another Shadowverse deck, and for today's video I've decided to pick the one-turn kill ramp Dragoncraft deck that is currently highly popular on the ladder, but also highly successful. At least for myself, I'm playing the deck currently on the master leaderboard, so that is working really good for me against the Runecraft deck, against the Shadowcraft deck, and of course against all the other decks, and also working really good against other ramp Dragoncraft decks that are not using the one-turn kill combo, that are just there stalling the game. You can still kill them easily. So the basic strategy of the deck is of course to ramp up. Ramping means that you are getting more play points per turn than your average deck. So normally you get 1 play point per turn, but in a ramp deck you can create additional play points. So that will help you to go into the late game earlier. To get additional play points, you have a few cards here. The first one is the Dragon Oracle. If you play that, you get an empty play point, and if you play that later in the game, if Overflow is already active, you're drawing a card. So normally in the early game you are getting empty play points, and in the late game when you already have 10 play points, you can still draw a card through the Dragon Oracle. So it's not a useless card then in the worst situation. Another card to ramp up is the Aiela Dragon Sword, which gives you an empty play point if you are evolving her. You can still play the card on turn 2, that's no problem. If you need to defend early, just play on 2, use it for some trades. But of course the better power is if you just drop her on turn 4 when you can evolve and then get the empty play point. So that is that. The other 2 ramp cards that you have is first of all the great Sibyl of the Waterwyrm. Was nerfed a couple of months ago. It's still a very strong card. I think it was nerfed from 4-5 to 3-4 in stats. The rest is still the same. So when you play her on turn 5 or later, you are also getting an empty play point. And on top of that, if Overflow is active for you, you're also restoring 3 defense to your leader at the end of each turn. So that is both the ramp card and also a healing option for you, which is very crucial later in later stages of the game when you're facing a very aggressive deck. You can just play her and heal back. And last but not least, the other ramp card that we have is the Draconic Fervor, which allows you to get an empty play point. You're drawing 2 cards and restoring 3 defense to your leaders. Also some healing involved, pretty good. And also you get more cards for 5. Not a card that you can play super early in the game, but even in the later stages it's very useful. The healing is great, the card draw is great. So that's the ramp part of the deck. Now ongoing to the very important one-turn kill combination that is making this a bit different from normal ramp Dragoncraft decks. So for the one-turn kill you need 3 cards. You need the Queen of the Dread Sea, you need the Azi, and you need the Arriet Soothing Harpist. So if you play the Queen of the Dread Sea, which is the first step of your combination, you will play that on turn 10. You will play it, fanfare, change the cost of a neutral card excluding the Queen of the Dread Sea and a non-neutral card in your hand to 0. Then discard all other cards in your hand. So that means you will play this when you have exactly the 2 cards that you need in your hand, which is the Azi and the Soothing Harpist. The Soothing Harpist is the neutral card and the Azi is the Dragoncraft card. So the Soothing Harpist is the neutral one that's then going to 0. You choose an allied follow that has attacked this turn and is no longer able to attack, fully restore its defense and the ability to attack. So that means, because the Azi is a storm unit, he can attack twice. So in the worst case, if you have no evolution point left, that is then 6 attack plus another 6 attack, means we have 12 attack. So that's already powerful. If you then still have an evolution point left, that means you have 8 plus 8, which is a total of 16 points of damage. So if your opponent's of course still at 20, you cannot one-turn kill him. But in general, you will have the tools available for you because your cards, your endgame is really powerful. You should be able to do a bit of damage earlier before you're playing the combo, and then you are just crushing your opponent. So an option is, for example, playing the Zeus, which is also a storm unit, and then just pushing 5 on the face, and after that play the combo, or play Bahamut, and your opponent is forced to kill the Bahamut and then play a combo. That is very powerful. It helps you tremendously in mirror matches, because if your opponent is just playing normal ramp track, he's just sitting there and waiting until the game is kind of running out, and then you can just surprise him with the one-turn kill combo. Also, it's working great against Heavencraft if they're going for Heavenly Aegis. They're also going slower, but you just need to push 4 to 6 or 8 points of damage in the face prior to your combination and still winning the game. It's very good, running very good for me. You should try it out if you are not running the deck right now. Very powerful. Just keep in mind really, It's a wallet deck, so what you need is a lot of vials to create the deck. You have a total of, how much is that? 8, that is another 9. You have 17 legendaries in the deck, so nearly half the deck is legendary style. So rather expensive, not necessarily good for a beginner, but for a beginner I would say just try the Runecraft deck, for example, the Dirt Runecraft deck, or the Shadowcraft deck that I've showed you earlier on my channel. You can find the videos on my channel, no problem. These are way cheaper than this. I think this deck is costing 3 times the amount of Shadowcraft or Runecraft at the moment. So if you are a beginner, try out the other decks, create them, and then if you are a more experienced one, if you have a good collection, you can try out the Dragoncraft deck, which is working for me right now the best kinda, even before the Runecraft deck, which is the second best for me. So to show you now the power of the combination and how it's really working, I will show you one game that I've played earlier. So that was great against the Runecraft deck. Check it out, should help you to understand the deck, and every like is appreciated for the video. So if you enjoy the content that I'm doing, do me a favor, give me a like, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button because more content is always on the way. So now off to some gameplay, and I hope you will enjoy it. See you soon, guys. Bye bye. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our first matchup of the day against Runecraft, and that is one of the worst matchups for us, kinda. So Runecraft in a good spot against Dragoncraft, normally has some good tools against Dragoncraft, so the win rate is not too high. We are just dropping everything, looking for some ramp cards. Well, not entirely, but at least we have something to kill early on. So he's normally just playing the Earthright, a dirt deck, nothing else to play. I think for Runecraft at the moment in rotation it is working really good, and the Earthright deck is just too powerful, so yeah, he should just play it right. As far as I have seen, there was not a single other deck that Runecraft was really successfully playing. I've never faced another one on rotation. So he's going for the Earth Sigils here, as expected. We're dropping the Dragon Summoner, getting an extra follow, which is the Dragon Sword. Perfect. So that is a ramp. Sibyl is a ramp. So we should have enough ramp, plus we have then some decent kind of healing. There's a Magic Illusionist. Yeah, there is a 1 Earth Sigil on the board, so we are probably using the Blazing. Purehearted Singer. Still using the Blazing, I think. So let's kill this. Then the Earth Sigil is down. I'm even willing to play the Dragon Sword here. So that is of course cutting a bit of the ramp, but on the other hand, gives us the opportunity to trade again. Then he's losing another Earth Sigil. The less Earth Sigils he has, the less Earthright effects he can use, which is crucial later in the game when he is going for the burst damage in the face. So that is giving him 1 life back, it's okay. And he's just going for the face. And another Purehearted Singer. Cool, so let's draw more cards. And the Breath. Yeah, Breath is cool. We are killing the Magic Illusionist again, so he's losing the Earth Sigil again. We can then go 1 in the face. Thing is, with the Carl here, well, guess what? He's probably just giving us another Earth Sigil and healing back that 1 point. So that doesn't matter too much. Oh, Purehearted Singer as well. Drawing 1 card. The cool stuff about the Purehearted Singer is just that it's so valuable. You're drawing a card when you play the card, and you will draw a card when the card is dying. So 2 cards for just 3 play points, and you got a 1-2 as a body, so that's fine. Magic Illusionist, apparently just going for the face here. Heavily for the face, yay. And there is a Dragon Sword. So option 1 is just going Dragon Sword, option 2 is going Sibyl. What do we prefer? That's the question. I think we prefer the Dragon Sword in this situation, because we can also then draw another card with the Purehearted, and the Sibyl is giving us healing on the next turn, so that's why the Dragon Sword will be the better option. Sibyl means if we play it here, we can keep the unit on the board, but I think it's better to have her on the next turn to get the healing. So we're gonna use the Dragon Sword here, get the life point, we're killing the Magic Illusionist, and we're then also crushing the Purehearted. So kill that, we are also dropping... Oh, so wait, is it even better to kill this now? Giving the whole board. I like it even more, to be honest. I like that more. We're clearing the whole board, so not taking the 2 points even. And then Sibyl, probably also evolving the Sibyl. And healing back to 15. Witch Skull Drone, Concentration. So he's getting the life back, he's drawing a lot of cards. Looks like a weak turn. Yeah, so he's not playing anything else, which is good for us. There's another Breath Salamander. We are now going for the Sibyl. We are not evolving then if the board is really that empty. We can just go face here for 2. Down to 18, we are healing back to 15. If he is now going into the Mage Levi, then he would kill these 2. We are getting 3. The Sibyl is still on the board, so he kind of is then interested in evolving and hitting the Sibyl. We're getting 1 card and we can just use the Breath of Salamander to kill the Mage Levi without the need of an evolution. Oh, it's going for Professor of Taboos. That's also target for the Breath. Let's see. The Sibyl is of course down. So there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's a great target for the Breath. I like that a lot. There's also Sahaquiel, no need to play it. What we can do is going into another Purehearted Singer, so we draw a card, which is cool. Gives us the Dragon Summoner, yeah, but that's of course the best counter. So 1 in the face, boom. And we are still at 15, he's at 17, empty board. Professor of Taboos is not seeing too many play right now, because the other build is I think a bit stronger. You do not necessarily need the Professor. But of course it's still a strong card. We will be already at 10 by the way, next turn. And we have some really cool options. We can play Dragon Summoner, get another card, then Sahaquiel. That's option number 1. And then Sahaquiel into Zeus. Or we're just dropping the Zeus here and going 5 in the face. And then just hoping that we get our combination into the hand. We still have 1 evolution, so that could be 5 in the face. He's down to 12. And then the Azi, for example, could be going up to 8. And then he's nearly dead, so I think we're in a very good spot right now with still 15 to go with 2 cards to draw here, so it might be even that we are getting the combination rather simple. Ooh, the Awakened. The Awakened. And Double Illusionist. So what was that? I've not seen that in play too often. It was something with the hand amount. If the number of cards in your hand increases to 9 during your turn, evolve this follower and deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Yay, cool. I don't think I like that too much. So how about option number 1? Option number 1, I think, to be honest, we're playing this. Sahaquiel and Zeus. So let's draw another card here with the Summoner. Again, another Summoner. Yeah, that's also cool. So Sahaquiel, go into the Zeus. We are crushing the Legendary, I think, just because we can. And I do not want to take any damage. I don't think he's going into 9, but, well, you never know. Let's kill this. We're also killing 1 Magic Illusionist. We're getting 2 extra cards. Maybe even getting a Blazing. That would be cool. Oh, we get Bahamut, we get the Queen. So the combination is nearly there. And we will just crush him then a bit in the face. And boom, the game's over. We just killed the Legendary here to be on the safe side. So you can, of course, go 5 in the face. And then hope for the best. But I just kind of like to be really on the safe spot. We are right now in a very good position, so I do not like to just waste it. So another Professor of Taboos. It looks like we're going Bahamut here. Highly likely. The author sense he's then keeping the Magic Illusionist if he's not just trading. Let's see. So he is not trading. And he's going for the effect instead. So not interested in keeping the Magic Illusionist alive. That just means that the board is ready for the Bahamut. Crushing everything. He's losing so much value here. And the Bahamut is of course also good enough to finish the game next turn in combination with the Azi. Or not if he has Mutageni Bolts. And no, that is not working. Dang you. So how about then Sibyl and Dragon Summoner? Sibyl is healing me, he's still getting the 1 point. So it's not like we need to get rid of the Flame Red if we're healing more than the Flame Red is dealing. Silent Laboratory, he's getting a Clay Golem. And there's a Soothing Harpist. Guess what? We just got our finishing move into the hand. He's at 16, thanks to the red. And this can go up to 8, so that is 16 in the face. Let's go Queen. Picking the Soothing Harpist, of course. Then we're going for the Azi. Boom, done. Have the Queen on the board. We can deal 1 in the face with the red if we like. There is no need to, but well, let's still do it. And there's Azi. We can evolve the Azi, which is then 8 attack unit with Storm. So guess what? We are going for the face. I really like the artwork, by the way. Great one. Also on the queen, the artwork is so excellent. So 8 in the face. Soothing Harpist. And that's another 8 to the face. And the game is over. Boom.